No one told him to sit alone, but no one asked him to join either. Daniel always chose the same table, not because it was the best one, not because it had the best view, but because it was predictable. And lately, that mattered more than anything. It was a small table in the corner of the break room, close enough to the window to see outside, far enough from everyone else to avoid conversation. He placed his lunch on the table. Same container, same routine, same quiet. Around him, the room filled slowly, chairs moving, voices blending together, laughter that didn't belong to him. Daniel sat down, opened his lunch, and for a moment, he looked around, not in a way that asked anything, not expecting, just noticing. Groups forming naturally, people sitting together without thinking, as if connection required no effort, as if it simply happened. He picked up his fork, took a bite, chewed slowly, listening more than watching now. Fragments of conversations. Weekend plans, complaints about work, small jokes, nothing important. But somehow, everything, because it meant something was happening, something he wasn't part of, and that wasn't new, that was the routine. At first, he used to think about changing it, sitting somewhere else, joining a table, saying something, anything, but the moment always passed, too fast, too quiet, too uncertain, so instead, he stayed at his table, in his corner, in his silence. And over time, it stopped feeling temporary. It became normal, comfortable even, because when you expect nothing, nothing doesn't disappoint you. Daniel looked at his phone. No messages. Not surprising. He didn't check twice, didn't refresh, didn't wait. He just placed it back on the table and continued eating. Outside the window, people were walking, fast, purposeful, like they had somewhere to be, someone waiting, something pulling them forward. Daniel watched for a few seconds, then looked back at his food. Another bite, another moment passing. At the table next to him, someone laughed loudly. For a second, he almost smiled, not because of the joke, but because of the sound. It filled the room in a way silence never could. And then it faded, like everything else. Daniel finished half his meal, paused, looked at the empty chair across from him, not imagining anyone there, not wishing, just noticing the space, the absence, the quiet. And for the first time, it didn't feel heavy. It didn't feel like something was missing. It just felt real. Because not every moment needs to be shared. Not every silence needs to be filled. And not every day needs to be different. Sometimes, life is just this: a table, a meal, a quiet room, and a person learning how to exist inside it. Daniel took a deep breath, not consciously, not intentionally, just naturally, like his body had decided it was time. He finished his lunch. closed the container, wiped his hands. The room was still full, still loud, still moving around him, but none of it pulled him anymore. He stood up, picked up his things, and walked out. No one noticed. No one needed to. Outside, the air felt different. Cooler, lighter, more honest. Daniel stopped for a second, looked ahead. Not at anything specific, just forward. And then he kept walking. Because sometimes, being alone isn't something you fix. It's something you understand.